Trade smart. And dominate. Yeah. Smart action trading. Spot traders. We ain't chasing hype. We chasing structure. Look. I came from the bottom where the charts move reckless. Everybody online selling dreams, no direction. I was studying candles while they flexing their possessions. Now the whole team eating off discipline progression. See, the market don't care about emotion or your ego. One bad trade turned a winner to a zero. That's why I move calm, real surgical with the reload. Waiting on the setup, patience sharper than a needle. None of me, yeah, the pressure start building. Everybody over trading, I'm just watching how they feeling. Shockwave on the chart, and the moment start revealing how the levels line up. And the confidence appeal. I used to chase every move, now I'm focused on precision. Cut the noise out the room, and destruction my religion. Took losses on the chin, turned pain into tuition. Not a whole playbook, different when you trade with a vision. Structure over noise, yeah, we moving with a plan. Real traders build slow, we ain't rushing for the bands. Let's my strikers in the building, put the discipline in hand. Smart action trading, yeah, we teach them how to stand. Structure over noise, we don't care but we prepare. Every boss another lesson, every win come from awareness. Structure over noise, that's the motto every day. Consistency the mission, we just level up the play. See, I done seen the fake gurus come and go quick. Screenshots look good, but the lifestyle don't fit. We was in the trenches, really building through the losses. Learning risk management before I ever taught profits. Now it's live streams, game plans, market breakdowns. Everybody's locked in, why don't you can't stake now? AI tools, flow data, levels mapped out. Trade assist engine got the whole team spaced out. Ever needed man bows just to prove I got results. I learned to teach a trader how to never self-destruct. Cause one good system with discipline enough can change your whole life when the pressure gets tough. That's why the movement bigger than a Discord or a trade. It's a mindset shift, watch the confidence get raised. From beginner to advance, every lesson get engraved. Repeat, refine, that's the way greatness made. Structure over noise, yeah, we mean for with a plan. Real traders build slow, we ain't worship for the band. Structure over noise, yeah, we moving with a plan. Real traders build slow, they ain't rushing for the band. Spot strikers in the building, put the discipline in hand. Smart actions later, yeah, we teach them how to stand. Structure over noise, new name, we to play. Every loss another lesson, every leg go from awareness. That's the motto, everything. Consistency the mission, we just level up the place, yeah. Forex trading, Shopwave 15. Let's buy strikers. Trade safe. Trade smart.
Top of the morning, traders, and happy Thursday, July 9th. And welcome to the Most Value Pack Live Trading Show, where we live trade, break down charts, cover high-impact events, and talk trader mindset. Hope everyone had a great day yesterday and is ready to kick off another opportunity-filled day. Big thing for us today is, guys, we did get a catalyst in pre-market. We did get the unemployment claims come in. The numbers came in promising. They came in above the previous reading, above the forecast, so that's a win for Main Street. We will see how Wall Street decides to react off this data, so don't try to build a bias based on that. Let the price lead you. We're looking to trade above that daily upside breaker, so we're bullish directional to kick things off. The question becomes, is there some more follow-through behind the move in pre-market to get us higher? Is there a nice little shake and bake, shake out some of those longs, so we see some profit taking and then a nice push back the upside? So we're going to find out how this shapes out, how this shakes out once we do open up. As you're coming in, guys, make sure to like the video, make sure to subscribe. 100 likes before 10:30, we will do the giveaway, and we're closing on 5,800 subs. Make sure to join our Discord community. Make sure to join the community to access all the features of our community, access the delay-free, ad-free stream, and a host of other things to really help you on your journey to consistent profitability. Let the market open up, and we will be ready to capitalize on the best opportunities per usual. Again, we're seeing some strength in semiconductor space. Let's see if there's some follow-through behind it. You can see in pre-market, this is what it looks like. In pre-market, this is what it looks like. The buying has taken place in the semis. Okay. So let's see if there's some follow through behind that. We're a few seconds out from the open. Good morning, good morning, good morning, guys. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. We are officially open. Do we got a gap up, gap down? What's the situation? Nice little gap up to open things up. Baby gap up. Look at that. BOG coincides with that dead upside breaker. Let me turn the volume down on that. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, guys. At that 1 minute candle closeout, I'll have BOG, TOG, Apple falling off a cliff, Nvidia falling off a cliff, Palantir falling off a cliff. The first minute is so interesting. All right, so much volatility in the first minute. Good morning, Fishman. God bless you, Jordan, your family, health, economy, and followers today. And every day may you receive gratitude and blessings for all you do. Teach people to be better traders. Amen. God bless you too. Thank you for always speaking life into the chat. Fishman. God bless everyone in the chat on YouTube, in Discord, as well as Google Meets. Good morning, good morning. Good morning, Sid. Good morning, Venus. Buenos dias. Good morning, J1P. Thank you for supporting the channel. Good morning, Poman. Good morning, CKX00007. Good morning. Microphone low. Microphone low. Let's see. All right, so we fill that gap relatively quickly. Let me see if I can fix that. Okay, we're testing that daily upside breaker. First big test for us is here. Qs are actually sliding to the downside, and looks like small caps are wanting to go. So the things we're seeing in pre-market are starting to get faded. All right, that's why it's so important not to come in with a bias. Okay, and be flexible, be nimble, and all the above. Okay. We're testing that daily upside breaker prior day's highs. How's the mic now? How's the mic now? Down goes SPY. So those semis are sliding. Intel sliding. They had a nice gap, but they're sliding. See if they can start to get picked up off those lows. If it's just a nice little shake and bake. All right, shake out some of those people who are bullish off the opening bell, and lure in all the bears off the opening bell and go the other way. All right, daily open for today 747.33. We're testing that daily upside breaker here. So we're live on both, guys. It looks like we're going to transition from Google Meets into the Discord. Okay. So it looks like the Discord feed is a little more cleaner. It's real time as well. Good morning, everyone on Google Meets. Good morning, guys. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. So the YouTube membership gives you access to the Discord, the free tier, and perks on YouTube. But if you want to join the delay-free, ad-free stream, along with access to all of our resources, the link is pinned up top. Okay, the link is pinned up top. And you can join our community. For those of you who are on YouTube, how many ads would you say you get? How many ads per hour do you get? Right, if you're watching for more than an hour, or let's do a shorter time window. In a 15-minute span, all right, the average person watches about 35 to 45 minutes, give or take. So every 15 minutes, how many ads is YouTube pumping? Okay, nice little drop into that daily upside breaker. Nice bounce off that daily upside breaker. Okay, so where does that take us? Can that take us above that daily open? All right, so this bounce here, we discussed this with our team in the pre-market. All right, so this is something we discussed. Come back at that daily upside breaker, get that retest. All right, that's one of the two most important levels going into today. One being this one, and the other one being up there. Going into the first hour. I shouldn't say today. Going into the first hour. Let's see if the small caps can continue to rip to the upside, guys. They're leading the way. Okay, 1 to 2, not bad. I have premium because I'm on YouTube. Okay, so no ads there. That's actually a good hack. No ads. YouTube Premium, yeah. YouTube Premium is definitely worth it. Okay, so all the 3 big names are on the same page. You see how we came to that daily upside breaker? Okay, so if you're looking for trades off the open, that's the kind of setups you want to look for. Okay, so all the semis that sold off initially, we got a nice little dump, then a pump. Okay, they're getting bought up. Nice little shakeout. They're trying to lure in all the shorts, get them excited. Then we're gonna dump, and then quickly come to the key level, go the other way. Now the question becomes, do we have enough fuel? The question is always, after a certain level, do we have enough fuel to get to the next level? Okay, to break past this next level. Okay. Sometimes trading is just about a bunch of if statements and a bunch of questions. Okay. Do we have enough to get to this? Do we generate enough liquidity from here to get to here? If this happens, do this. If this doesn't happen, don't do this. Right? It basically just boils down to scenarios, if statements, and questions. All right, Nvidia continued to slide despite its counterparts continue to push off those lows. Tesla falling off a cliff. Google starting to wake up. Q's leading the way. Q's looking to take out the major level here. Major territory here. If that level coincided with your trading plan, okay, you can be done for the day within the first 10 minutes. 10-minute workday. 6 ads every 10 minutes. Okay, yeah, that's a lot of ads. All right, but good thing is there's ways to bypass the ad. Bypass the ads, okay? It's like conventional television. It used to be for a 30-minute show. It was almost like was it 7 minutes? 7 or 8 minutes of ads. All right, 7 or 8 minutes of ad time. So really and truly, a 30-minute program was 22 to 23 minutes. Q that's pushing nicely. Okay, let's start crafting that watch list. Google looking promising. Q is looking promising. IWM looking promising. Okay, nice fuel off that daily upside breaker. Okay, big test here. Big test here. Okay, the expansion, this is just a bounce. The expansion is above weekly open into weekly upside breaker. All right, so treat it as resistance until prove otherwise. Semis are leading the way. Semis are on fire. Okay, XLK, SMH pushing. Nvidia just completely falling off a cliff. Good night, Nvidia. Oracle pushing. Robinhood pushing. MU pushing. MRVL pushing. Nvidia collapsing. What a disappointment on Nvidia. Nvidia, those shorts, 200 puts. Okay, could possibly come into play. It's kind of going against its counterparts. Counterparts are flying. Nvidia is dropping. Amazon. Amazon, we got the 245 calls, possibly brewing. Okay, if it continues with that momentum. Amazon does have a little bit of traffic up ahead. We got Meta also. Okay, Meta magic number on Meta 600. That might be too far of a strike, but let's take a look. Yeah, Meta 600s. Okay. But when Meta starts to move, it starts to move, guys. When Meta starts to move, starts to move. Nice. You saw that trap on IWM. It breaks above that daily upside break. It continues to expand and it starts to slow down. So Nvidia looks appealing for those puts. Amazon looks appealing for those calls. And Robinhood, July 17th. Next week's contracts, Robinhood, you can go with the 120s, 125s possibly, if that setup from this morning we discussed comes into play. Okay, take a look at Robinhood's daily chart. Okay, so like basically intraday entry for a daily setup. If that makes sense. Okay, Qs have strength as well, so SPY and the Qs both have strength. The Dow's starting to join the party. Small caps fading a little bit. Okay, so Amazon, from our usual suspects, Amazon, Nvidia, Meta look strong. Right behind that, Tesla and Google also look strong. Nvidia looks weak, I should say. And then Amazon, Tesla, Meta look strong. Robinhood continues to go. SPY. The SPY break here. See if SPY get that hold above that PMH. PMH test coming up. Good morning, good morning, good morning, guys. Good morning, good morning, good morning. I literally get no ads. That's good. Let's get the likes up as you're coming in. Smash the like button, guys. Smash the like button. We'll do the giveaway. Okay, get into the routine of doing that every day. It does tremendous things for the channel. Okay, it does tremendous things for the channel, and all it takes is just a click of a button. Test a little back and forth there, herky jerky. Nvidia. Let's go the opposite. All of its counterparts are pushing. Nvidia is dumping. Looks like Nvidia wants to seek that 263. Critical test here for SPY, UPO. Okay, so you get that break. Massive wick on Palantir. So in this case for Nvidia, since it's kind of going against everything, you're going to have to get a rejection on some of those names, and you need to see some profit taking on some of those names, and we'll drive it lower. Tesla, excuse me, starting to wake up here. Tesla. Okay, these are 1 DTEs, so 4 10s on Tesla. Tesla just needs to overcome that key level. So it's going to come down to Amazon. Amazon calls look appealing. Nvidia puts look appealing. Oracle looks appealing to the upside. Robinhood looks appealing to the upside, but those names just monitor their spreads. Okay, monitor their spreads. See if Nvidia can fall off a cliff. If you're taking SPY via shockwave, keep a close eye on SPY, keep a close eye on Qs. IW per usual. There goes Oracle, there goes Robinhood. We got our first ripple. See if there's some follow through behind it. It's gonna be predicated on what the Qs do. Give me a pullback on the Qs. IW wants to go as well. Okay, you can get that retest on Qs. Okay, if the Qs start to reject, if they start to fade, Nvidia to the downside. See if Amazon can start to go. SPY, give me this retest, because it can be on the verge of a break here. But everything has to be synchronized. Okay, SPY, I'm looking at the 749s. Okay, if it starts to go, give me that retest right here. So betting on that level being broken and holding. I like how the Qs are starting to push. Okay, see if SPY can wick out of there. See if SPY can wick out of there and get that nice little bounce. Qs are starting to fade. Okay, I'll take SPY right there. I'm going to SPY calls. Risk is conservative all the way down here. Okay, first trade of the day on SPY. So there's a major level we need to break and continue to push past. If we start to slide, Nvidia puts can possibly come into play. I'm in SPY here. Risk defined, risk allocated. What will be encouraging is if SPY can get a hold above that 749.70, which coincides closely with the weekly. Okay, we need that break. I want to see the Qs hold above that level as well. I want to see some aggression here. Okay, see if SPY wants to go. See if SPY is in go mode. If you have a conservative risk, you have a very, very tight stop, you can use that PMH. All right. So what I'm looking to pursue, guys, this risk that's being allocated is in pursuit of this runway. Okay. That's what's in pursuit of. Average fill 133. So in this case, in the short term, okay, I want to see that PMH hold. I want to see buyers re-engage off that PMH. That will be encouraging. That tells us there's some demand for this above PMH. If we fall under PMH, can be a little concerning. Okay, my stop was all the way here. Down 17, 18. So the fact that we couldn't hold PMH was tough. About to get stopped out. Look at the wick on the Qs, guys. Wick on the Qs, massive wick on the Qs. So it's either stop me out or get back to where you were. So in the meantime, there's nothing for me to do. So you see how the PMH just couldn't hold. There's too much overhead pressure. If there is overhead pressure, okay, I'm gonna close it right there. Stop that on SPY. I'm gonna quickly go to Nvidia. If this selling is legit, so first trade SPY stopped out. If this selling is legit, I'm gonna quickly shift to Nvidia for the shorts. Okay, stop that on SPY. Okay, see NVIDIA can start to break down. Because NVIDIA already has weakness. It just needs everything else to have weakness. We're seeing the Qs trying to test that weekly open. Small caps did not go yet. Small caps did not go yet. So NVIDIA, give me the breakdown. I'll be interested. SPY, if you can give me a reclaim, possibly, but again, I have to respect that this is resistance. Okay, that's why I just had a very, very tight leash. Robinhood for the retest. Amazon brewing. Broadcom going the other way. Why is it like this? Okay. So if SPY wants to make its way back to VWAP, okay, small caps are starting to go. Small caps starting to go. If SPY can come back one more time, I don't mind re-engaging. Okay, I don't mind re-engaging. Give me that break one more time. Same stop. So if I have to double dip after getting stopped out, okay, I'll take SPY right there. Second attempt. So same setup. Okay, see who wants to go this time. Up 6, up 5. Get that continued break. If you need a TP, TP. So I want to see a decisive push here. Second attempt, all right? So first attempt stopped out, respecting my stop. If your stop was wider, you can sit through it. So now second attempt, I want to see us get above. I want to see us get above that level and continue to push. That's that weekly open. Okay, that exact level is 748.74. I want to see it close above it on the 5 minute. And this time around, I want the PMH to hold it once again. So same thing. Same kind of thing, guys. If you need to TP, if you want to scalp it, you can scalp it. Okay. Just manage accordingly. See if you go candle over candle and continue to expand. I like how Qs continue to push. I want the Qs to stay above that weekly 50% retrace. Okay. Up 12. Stay above that weekly open. VIX fall off a cliff, that would be great. Small caps ripping. If you took Qs or small caps, congratulations. See if SPY can start to play catch up. I have a new 5-minute candle coming in a minute. So in a minute, I want this 5-minute candle to close as close as possible to its highs. That would be encouraging. All right. So if you took TP at 12, congratulations. If you're still holding through, manage accordingly. Amazon, keep a close eye on Amazon. Get that continued push. Whatever this high ends up being, I want SPY to close as close as possible to those highs. Okay, we have a retest coming up as well. If that retest is coming to play, I want that retest to be successful. See candle over candle would be great. Okay. Up 15. So my scalpers, you're done. Trader 1 profiles, you are done. I want to see a scale out here. Who took that? Who took that? So in the next 5 seconds, I want us to close as close as possible to that 5-minute candles high. And the objective for me is for us to knock out those highs. If we can knock out those highs, we'll be good to go. See, we have one more push. And I don't want to see it close back below that weekly open. Okay. I don't want to see it close back below weekly open. So my risk would be adjusted to weekly open on the 5. Okay. I'm 16, 17. Okay, I'm going to take a majority off right there at 18, all right, for good measure, down to runners. Okay, runners up 20. Okay, at least secure that. So you can see the difference here, stopped out. So I took this one initially, stopped out. They just need a little more liquidity, and then they get pumped to the upside. So my NC now, guys, is going to be no close below. No close below this right here. Okay, the bottom of that buy block on the 1. So at least I'll walk away with these runners with positive appreciation in hopes of capturing the upside move to scale out. Okay, so 18% TP. So no close below 748.88. No close below that. I can allow wicks, but no closes. Okay. I'll close it there. Now it's going to bounce and go. I just don't want that those runners to go negative. All right, so first attempt stopped out. Second attempt re-engage works out. Okay. Still negative on the trade itself. All right. But that's the kind of way you want to engage, okay? About a 20% stop out here, 18% TP, and those runners kind of stopped me out there, all right? But I gave about 18, 19, 20% to the upside. So I did my part in trying to catch it to the upside, giving it some time, and we'll look for the next one, okay? So you can see the two different entries. I like this setup, all right? So it gets stopped out once, cost of doing business, comes back into play, goes to the upside. If you waited for it to break and then come back in and then reclaim, this is your first entry, that's great as well. All right, but the main thing is manage your risk, okay? Manage the risk. That's priority number 1. In the meantime, what's starting to go? Amazon's starting to go. Amazon has room at that 50 around the hourly. NVIDIA. Check back on our friend NVIDIA. NVIDIA looks like it wants to break down. So NVIDIA, if NVIDIA can break down the 200 puts, okay, count me in. If you're still babysitting SPY, manage accordingly. If you have further data contracts, manage accordingly. 15 is strong, hourly strong. So in this case with NVIDIA, going counter. Everything's pushing and NVIDIA is dropping. If you took this structural breakdown of that compression, right, you're in good position. You can ride profits into the lows of the day. If this double bottom invalidates, see if NVIDIA can start to crack. For those puts, small caps continue to fly. TP1 hit on small caps. So nothing yet on NVIDIA. Oracle is gone. Robinhood out of here. How we doing, guys? How we doing? Good morning, Nico. Good morning, Carlos. Good morning. First trade SPX 17% IWM. Amazon, beautiful job. PanW looking nice. NVIDIA has supported around 200-ish. Yeah, if you're going to go short NVIDIA into the 200s, good. So first trade SPY. SPY is starting to pull back. Qs. The main number on the main level on the Qs is this weekly 50% retrace. Okay, SPY is just keeps interacting with this weekly open. Okay, weekly open interaction. If SPY gives up that weekly open, gives up that PMH, NVIDIA to the downside can come into play. It's all right. It's the double bottom there. Let that double bottom just kind of fade out. No signal yet. So we got shockwave on SPY, shockwave on Q, shockwave on IWM, TP1 hit. Okay, see if NVIDIA can give us something here. Okay, so one idea, 2 trades so far. Okay, close to break even on the exchange. See if NVIDIA can come back one more time. I'll take NVIDIA right there. Little front running on my side. Let's see if NVIDIA can start to push. Early entry into the lows of the day. Stop doesn't change though. My stop doesn't change. Stop is still conservative. No close above that level. SPY is starting to bounce. See if NVIDIA can stay below this quarterly 50% retrace. We're still inside on the 15 on NVIDIA, so it's still up for grabs. So early entry on my side. So the invalidation marker for me would be that double bottom bounce, close above that conservative. Okay, see if it has a little more juice to the downside. Tesla out of here. Nice break on Tesla. Meta out of here. SPY, nice bounce. Nice bounce there on SPY. See if NVIDIA can start to go. Go, NVIDIA. If you're scalping this, manage accordingly. Okay, 4-5. Tesla was beautiful, guys. Tesla and Meta were beautiful. So I want the buyers to get. I want them to get stifled right there and continue to drop to the floor. Okay, continue to go NVIDIA and into that 263. Okay, up 10, up 11, up 12. I'm going to take a majority off right there on NVIDIA at 14%. Holding runners, up 17. Thank you very much, NVIDIA. Let's get the job done. There we go, NVIDIA. If you took NVIDIA, congratulations. Okay. If you took NVIDIA, congratulations, babysitting runners. All right, second trade. So SPY took 2 attempts. All right, so I'll still consider that one trade, but one idea, 2 trades. NVIDIA, completely separate idea. If SPY falls under that PMH, NVIDIA can get to that 200.63. Okay, so babysitting runners here now. Now I'm just a babysitter. I'm just a glorified babysitter, seeing if this thing wants to get to where it needs to get to. After taking profits, I'm going to move my stop very close to break even. All right, so I'll give it maybe a minus, close to break even basically. Okay, maybe a minus 5% buffer. All right, to see if I can capture that appreciation. Continued appreciation, so no close back above here. I might come for that retest, and I want that retest, I want that retrace reject to send prices back to downside. Okay, so no close. So nice scalp on NVIDIA. Okay. So if they try to push this thing back higher, I want them to get absorbed, push back lower. So I can sit through that. If it turns into a reclaim, then I'll be out of those runners. Okay, that's how the 5 looks. Okay, so I'll babysit on the 5, targeting that 200.63. That's how we do it, guys. That's how we do it. Okay, when we're wrong, we're wrong. When we're right, we take profits. We look for another idea, and we extract there as well. Okay? That's how we do it. Okay, during first shift, we're looking to capitalize off first shift during the first hour. We're looking to do the heavy lifting during the first hour. Okay, a TP if you need to on NVIDIA team, 16, 17%, and less than 10 minutes of work. I want NVIDIA to knock out that 200.93. So we just need some weakness across. If the market shows some weakness, NVIDIA can really tumble. Okay. Up 18. If you want to have a very conservative trailing stop, use that 5-minute candle open. Up 20. Okay, I'm going to close the video there at 18, 19%. Don't want to sit through any back and forth, okay? So I'll take my money and run. If it continues to push, has room to 200.63. I just back and forth and back. Those contracts are very short dated, so I'll close it out there. I'm good with that. All right, whatever happens after this, let it happen. Whether it goes all the way to 200, whether it gets back there, it's no longer my concern. NVIDIA, successful exchange on NVIDIA. All right. Okay, so 2 trades so far, guys. All right, but you know the running joke. Once I'm out of there, all right, that's when it starts to go. Okay, Tesla, nice push on Tesla. If you caught Meta, if you caught Tesla, all I ask is you take your profits. You have something to show for it. All right, don't be a deer in the headlights. All right, and then just get caught off guard. You see some appreciation, and it reverses. You have nothing to show for it. Make sure you have something to show for it. So last trade in video to the downside. Good. How we doing, team? Who's done for the day? We got existing home sales, actual 409, forecast 4.2, previous 417. Okay, good. So it looks like Firefly done for the day. Welcome back, Firefly. Good. Great way to get back in. And NVIDIA's been a little sketchy as well, so that's fine. It's kind of just trigger happy with NVIDIA. All right. Tesla went. SPY just provided a scalp. If you took IWM, we got TP1 out of all the indexes. IW provided the most appreciation to the upside at TP1. Behind that was the Qs, a scale out. SPY just a scalp. Okay. So first 37 minutes in the books. If you're green up until this point, tomorrow's Friday. This is the first official week of the month, and you declared victory this week. All right, you can be done. Okay, it's all about trying to put yourself in the best position to win. Bigger picture. Okay, that's my job every day, guys. Giving the team the tools and resources to win. Okay. Not every single trade, right? But by the end of the week. So a successful week for our community is if everybody did what they needed to do. Win, lose, or draw. Okay, to put themselves in the best position to win, that's a success. Right? Following your plan. Trading your setups. Cutting your trade when you're wrong. Taking profits regularly. Not over trading. Being patient. Right? If you can do that over and over and over and over and over again consistently, that is a recipe to win. Right? That's the recipe to win. So if you're in those NVIDIA runners, enjoy those runners, guys. Enjoy those runners. So you see how interestingly all the semis are relatively pumping. They gapped up and NVIDIA is dumping. Right? What a bummer on NVIDIA. Okay. So we probably have one more trade in the tank. Okay, one more trade in the tank. I'm just looking to limit it to 2-3 trades. Okay. That NVIDIA trade was nice. I'm done with IWM. Just sold my put scalp. Good. Was too early on NVIDIA. 5% loss. Good. That's a good loss. 5%. Right. Paper cut. Good. 10% on SPY. 15% NVIDIA. Beautiful job. Real quiet. So scalpers can navigate these months, guys. Scalpers, my proficient scalpers, if you want to learn about scalping, all right, you definitely want to be on our team. But scalpers can survive any market condition. Any market condition. Okay. And once you start to really lock in and take those profits regularly and be content with that 15, 20, 25% and just do it anywhere from 3 to 5 times, 1 to 3 times a day. All right. And you'll start to see your profits compound. Okay. You'll start to see it compound very, very quickly. And you'll start to come to the conclusion. Right. You know what? The power of taking profits and the power of having very tight risk and the power of just locking in the trade. And it might even convert your style of trading. You might be convinced to be a scalper. I know scalpers get a bad rap. I know scalping gets a bad rap because it's not properly taught. And it's not properly done. But we have a ton of scalpers on our team, okay, who are tremendous. Okay, who are tremendous. When we started the program initially, when we started it, it was intentional. We went with one ticker, all right? We went with SPY. And it was scalping to a T. Okay, it was scalping to a T. There was nothing outside of that. So I see that double digits, taking the whole thing off. If I start to see some momentum to the downside, all right, it wasn't even a stop based on the chart itself. It was a percentage based stop because it has to do with momentum. Okay, so there are multiple ways of trading, multiple ways of approaching it. I like how NVIDIA continues to dump. How 52% NVIDIA? Absolutely, guys. Make sure to like the video. Make sure to take your proceeds, invest in yourself, join the community, get the tools and resources. So this is one of those communities where you're in for free. Right? You're paid to be in, if that makes sense. As like you're paid to go to university, it's like a scholarship. Okay, you are paid to watch. Got a piece of NVIDIA. Oh, there we go. That's the get back, Fido. Tremendous job. All right, and if something gets you, right, don't try to get it back the same day. Just keep that in mind. All right, that forgive but don't forget kind of mindset. And then when that opportunity rolls around, you can take it and get back, and then you'll get your get back. So SPY, the main thing this morning for SPY, guys, the opportunities were on the other side of this major level. Okay, so with our team we discussed, okay, if we come into this territory, all right, we can see a possible potential bounce in this area. Right, I saw that we're starting to build some momentum to the upside. I saw those indexes are starting to push, and it is resistance, and I'm trying to get that timely break above it. Okay, that's why I took 2 attempts. First attempt stopped out. Second attempt garnered about 20%. Couldn't go any further, and by the time that does that, it starts to fade. We're out of there. So we gave it 2 attempts to see. Okay, what are the 2 attempts for? Okay, I'm shooting 2 shots. Okay, I'm shooting 2 shots to potentially put myself in position to take advantage of this. The first shot stopped out. Second shot started to go. Couldn't get enough fuel, so we took our profit. All right, but if I just said for those 2 shots, it's either make or break, meaning either stop me out or get to the final target, then I'll be stopped out 2 times. Okay, in pursuit of this appreciation, which is worthy. But by no means should I hold beyond the risk in attempt of capturing this, because in the event you do capture this, say if it's the second time versus the first time, all right, the reward will make up for the risk every time. Okay, that's all. So both levels came into play. Those are the 2 levels we were tasked with concentrating our trade ideas off of. Okay, that's it. One came into play really quickly, bounce out of there. All right, and the other one took some time, provide an opportunity for both sides. Okay, the breakout scalpers were able to get a piece of it, and now the rejection, bigger picture thinking, resistance traders to the downside puts are capturing the bigger piece to the downside back that daily open. Okay, so that's where we are so far. All right. And SPY's giving up VWAP. Just like that. Where's my Dow? Qs are looking to give up VWAP as well. Just like that. That NVIDIA trade, right? Look at that. Look how beautiful that played out. With SPY dumping, NVIDIA was the one that kind of showed the signs of weakness. NVIDIA's all the way down there now. Wow. So that entry on NVIDIA was actually very early. NVIDIA's at average entry, okay, when we sent out the idea, was contracts were 147. They're 255 now, so $100 per contract. So even if you have one contract, okay, $100. Look at SPY, guys. The fact that I couldn't hold this PMH. Our friend VIX is starting to wake up as well. VIX cracked that 17. Interesting. Anyone have puts here on SPY, guys? Any VWAP breakdown traders? VWAP breakdown could possibly get you a seat in that dump. Qs giving up VWAP. Small caps testing that VWAP and that call trigger. We're back at what, guys? Daily upside breaker, prior day's highs. What kind of response do we get? TP1 on NVIDIA. Okay, let's get the likes up. We only have 50 likes, guys. We only have 50 likes. All right. We brought several trade ideas to your attention. So make sure to like the video. Subscribe if you haven't already. And we're on the verge of cracking 5,800 subs, guys. 5,800 subs. Let's get it done. Okay. So thank you, everyone, who subscribed to the channel. Thank you, everyone who's supporting the channel. If you're a first-time viewer, let us know where you're joining from. Make yourself at home. We go live every single day at 9:30 a.m. Eastern. Live trading SPY. And primarily some mega cap tech names intraday. Okay. So next opportunity, I scalped SPY, took profits and ran. Beautiful job, Brian B. Okay, so the summer months, guys, we're learning in real time how to be efficient, how to be effective, and how to use them, how to utilize our time. Right, trying to get the work done within an hour. Instead of making a course on it, it's better just we just do it in real time. All right, so hopefully you guys are developing that ability, refining that ability. And if you are and you're starting to come to the realization, really and truly, I only need an hour. If you're a scalper, maximum you need is an hour. Maximum. Well, that's why I can fit into your lifestyle so well, guys. Whether you're a business owner, whether you're a W-2, whether you're a student, well, you don't have to leave the thing you're doing if you understand this system. Because it doesn't take you hours and hours and hours and hours and hours. Okay. How we doing, strikers? How we doing? So that daily upside break, if that doesn't hold, PML is next. PML is next. NVIDIA drop was beautiful. NVIDIA gave us a read early. I've been quick with the TPs. Usually the first month, the first week of the month, right, is the same cycle. You're looking to build a cushion. Okay, you're building a cushion. You're trying to get those wins, stack your profits. All right, get some momentum. All right, and when it's kind of tail end of the month, mid-month, you can start to kind of open up a little bit. Okay, you can start to use a little bit of your offense. The first week, you're just looking to put points on the board. Put points on the board. 2 L's for me. Okay, good. Good way to stop out. In this case, if you're going long, all right? So let's just say this hypothetical. Okay, so I took this twice. If you just jumped in, we took it the first time, got stopped out. Took it the second time, we got rewarded, we took profits. In the event that I take this, see, you can see the indicator says S with an X. That means stop out. So you take the calls again, and you're looking for 2R. It says S with an X, stop out. It means cut the trade right there. If you fail to do so, okay, then a 20% loss goes to being a 60% loss. Okay, now flip that on its head. Your next trade, is it easier for you to get a 25% appreciation on your next trade, or get 100% return on your next trade? Because a trade that yields a 50% loss, okay, needs 100% return to recover. So what's easier? All right, you take this 20% loss. Okay, now next trade you got to get 25% to recover this, or you take this 50% loss, 50+%, and your next trade you need to get 100% to recover this. Okay, that is the power of stop outs. Okay, when you get stopped out, you lighten your load for the next trade. When you don't respect your stops, now the pressure is on. Right, the pressure is on. Now it's almost like you're forced to hold the trade. Right, because in the back of your mind, you're thinking of that 50, 60, 70, 80% stop out, or that minus 70, 80% trade. Okay. So keep those losses very tight. How we doing, team? Let's take a look. Let's take a look at our team. You can be done, guys. We got our work done early. If you caught any of those trades, you can be done. Nvidia. Nvidia is testing 50 MA, 200 EMA on the hourly. Beautiful job, trade wins. Nice catch. Did you get the view out breakdown? If I had to guess the breakdowns you caught, I'll probably say you got us somewhere here. You probably caught this. Let me know if I'm right. Probably this breakdown, and you caught this. Flush to the downside. Yeah, that was a nice catch. Nice catch. So in this case, okay, so say for instance you're looking to take that VWAP breakdown. You see everything is selling off. You see the VIX is spiking. If it does this, okay, you're no longer there, depending on where your risk is. All right, if it starts to do this, you can care less because you're not there anymore. All right, so, but if it does the opposite, if it does the thing you're desiring it to do, then you lock in your profits. So tremendous trade there. Tremendous trade. Thank you for supporting the channel. Thank you for refilling my coffee, Barber. Tough business, but doable. This really tests your discipline and trade as a trader, human, but it shows you can be disciplined in every area of your life. Yeah, so it forces you to be disciplined on all the areas, and it forces you to improve the outside the charts, but I like to refer to things outside the charts. Right, since trading is such a psychological game, believe it or not, the things outside the charts okay, have an impact on the things we do on the charts. All right, so it forces you to get better. It forces you to adapt. It forces you to improve. All right, and the most appealing thing about trading for any of my business people in the chat, any entrepreneurs in the chat, business owners, right, is just you. There's no employees. There's no inventory. There's no customer service. Okay, it's just you and your capital. So it gives you the ultimate leverage. Right? And there's minimal overhead cost. Your overhead cost is essentially in the beginning, which is the cost to learn. Right? The cost for you to acquire the skill. Because there's no conventional way of doing it, right? It's not taught in school. It's not taught in a community college. All right, and your overhead starts to become maybe some of your software subscriptions, community subscriptions. Okay, you don't have to go making phone calls trying to sell something to someone. You don't have to shake hands. So it gives you the ultimate leverage. And that alone is too big of an opportunity to turn down, regardless of how hard the endeavor is. Because every form of business is hard. There's no easy business that's ethical. Right? There's no easy way. All right, so you have to choose your hard, but this path gives you the most amount of control you can get. Right? It just comes down to you. And that is what's so appealing about this industry. That's what's so appealing about this endeavor. And we're going back to test that view up in that daily open. Okay, where do we reclaim that? Same thing here, guys. We come into these lows, double bottom, have enough fuel to reclaim that daily upside breaker, and now we're back at that view up. Back to where we started. Okay, there's nothing like it. If you learn this, guys, there's nothing like it. Everything else doesn't start to make sense. Okay, it's especially for the ones who have that entrepreneurial brain, entrepreneurial spirit. This is a no-brainer. It's going to be hard. Is it going to be hard? Yes, it's going to be hard. Are there going to be long nights? Yes, there's going to be long nights. There's going to be long days. There's going to be tough losses, just like anything else, guys. All right, just like anything else. Just imagine someone trying to open up a restaurant or any other business. All right, there's going to be long nights, long days, you name it, it's going to be there. But on the other side, look at the upside. Okay, look at the upside. Okay, the upside is like the light at the end of the tunnel. All the perks it comes with is a light at the end of the tunnel. So that kind of keeps you going. Okay, IW actually had a nice little bounce off that shockwave. IW, look how clean that is. If you have shockwave, IW gave you a chance right there. You take the calls there, you can scalp it, comes back in, everything is dumping. VWAP on top of that, take the calls here. All right, so there it is. Okay, there it is. So my IWM Army, tremendous job. 70%. You caught that one, Turbo? Good. Bullish hammer forming just below 200 on 5. SPY. All right, so once you get it, guys, I believe if you put the time in, it's impossible for you not to get it. Okay, the way The universal principles are, okay, if you plant the seeds, you take care of them. If you plant the right type of seed, and you water it and you give it some time, it's impossible. And it's the right type of soil, the right type of environment. It's impossible for it not to give you fruit. Right? So you want to put those things into motion, those principles that are true. Okay? So think of it like this. The community is the soil. That's all it is. If you're a seed, all right, our community, our tools are just good soil. That's it. So it allows you to grow. That's all it is. 30% quick scalp IWM. Beautiful job, beautiful job, beautiful job. Anyone else? Anyone else, guys? I have no horse in the race currently. That NVIDIA, I could have maybe squeezed a little more out of that NVIDIA, but I was good with the profits there. Now SPY is doing a little dance. Okay, we got a brick wall up there, some major key levels in this territory. We got a trampoline here. So which way is SPY going? Okay, SPY going. Generally, is it trending up, or is it trending down, or is it going sideways? %, 70%, 70%. Trying to conversation shortcut is where the issue starts happening. Very important to define what discipline is. Yes. Yeah, so discipline is just following your rules. Okay? Following your rules. The things you have predefined, following those things. Not going too far away from the rules. If your rules are I only take 2 trades a day. Okay? And you take those 2 trades, you get stopped out on those 2 trades. Okay, you're still disciplined. So discipline is not conditional. It's not based on whether you win or lose. Right? So you have to win on the discipline first. You have to win on the discipline side first. And then eventually the chart side will start to take care of itself. Down for the day. Beautiful job, Joe. Anyone else, guys? Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. I'd love to see it. Tomorrow's ramp down Friday. All right. So if you can secure or put yourself in position to be as close as possible to agree on the week, tremendous job. All right. I'm telling you guys, these months, June and July, are notoriously known for being difficult. Notoriously known for wiping traders out. All right. So give yourself a pat on the back for navigating these conditions. Okay. Even if you're struggling, but you're remaining alive, you have the proper risk management protocols in place. You're close to break even. That's still a win, guys. As long as you're learning, especially if you're looking to do this for the long run. Okay, you need to go through the season. You have to go through the summer months. Okay, you have to see how it is. Right, you need this experience under your belt. And once you get a full cycle, my goal is to provide a full cycle on live. Okay, 252 trading days, have all that on live. All right, so that is a goal. That is a goal for this year, God willing. We just missed one day. Okay, we just missed one day. I had a travel day, and I couldn't make it, and my connection, internet connection, wasn't strong enough. I scalped spot, took profits and ran. Good. So the first hour of the day is in the books, guys. First shift is in the books. So first shift took 2 trades, 1 stop out on SPY, and the other one worked in our favor, and Nvidia to the downside. Let's get the likes up on YouTube, guys. Let's get the likes up. Let's get the likes up. We're experiencing a giveaway drought, so let's get the giveaways going. We're at 67 likes. Anyone currently trading on vacation? Or trading on your phone or mobile setup? Or anyone trading at work? Or anyone trading from home? Let us know. Let us know. Let us know. Done for the day. So if you put all caps 1630, the bot is going to automatically block your message. So try and not putting any caps because it thinks it's spam. Done for the day. Target achieved. Thanks, George. Absolutely. That's the goal, guys, to get you in and out as quickly as possible. Possible another flag forming on Nvidia, all right? What else is moving and grooving? Apple actually left this. Apple looks like it wants to go. I'm always on vacation. Nice. Yeah, and trading, to be honest, guys, it doesn't even feel, to me, this doesn't even feel like work. Okay, this doesn't even feel like work. So I love trading. I love helping people, seeing them grow, make progress, because that helps me more than it helps the person. So this doesn't even feel like, that's why I don't get burnt out. Okay? Doesn't feel like work to me. This is something I enjoy. VWAP daily open possibly coming up. If it starts to head towards VWAP, Qs can't reclaim VWAP. Possible flag break on Nvidia. Just exercise caution since we're sitting right at that 200 on the hourly and 50 on the hourly as well. Okay. Meta, nice push, Meta. Look at this! Look at this accumulation on Meta. Just a weird accumulation here. Look how weird this is. Meta breaks and goes parabolic. Okay, so again, this is not just a small move. This is a $11 move, guys. Back to where? Back to where? Back to 600. Okay. So Meta and the 600 have a very complicated relationship. It gets above it, gets into the 620s, comes back to it, falls below it, gets into the 580s, gets back to it. So when can it finally create that decisive separation away from 600? That's the $1 million question on Meta. Trade from work every day, but I'm in the boss seat. Nice. I trade at home or work. I go to the office only twice a week. That's a good setup, right? Especially if you trade if you work remote or hybrid. That's a good setup. All right, so I said this before, make trading fit your lifestyle. All right, so don't change your lifestyle for trading. Okay, don't conform your lifestyle to trading. No. You have your lifestyle, you have your setup, and now see how you can incorporate trading into what you're already doing. You don't have to just recreate some new lifestyle. Okay, so force trading into your lifestyle rather than forcing your lifestyle into trading, if that makes sense. Right, there's a narrative out there, of course. You can just go full time, leave your job, trade, da da da, all that stuff. When you do that, guys, you're forcing you're forcing your lifestyle. You're forcing trading to be your lifestyle, and that does not work out for most people because you're not used to that type of lifestyle. So you overtrade, you overdo, you do everything. You do too much of everything. Because what are you going to do with the rest of your time? If you trade for 1 hour a day, what are you going to do with the rest of your time? If you're a full-time trader, I can tell you, you're going to open the charts up and trade some more. That's why full-time trading is not cracked out to what it is. That's why it's dangerous. But if you have an idea, if you do something outside of that, and you trade full-time, and then you just work an hour, 2 hours, right? Now you can work on the things that you were put on this earth to do. Right? So if you don't specifically understand that yet, keep searching. If you know what that is specifically, then use trading to leverage your time back. To leverage more of your time. Because more than likely, if you go full time and you make trading your lifestyle, you're going to have too much time on your hands. Way too much time on your hands. Because usually that big chunk of your day, okay, that 8 hours, that 9 hours, maybe with the commute, maybe getting ready, 9 hours of your day is already allocated going somewhere. All of a sudden you get that 9 hours back. A lot of people don't think about that, guys. Right? What are you going to do with the 9 hours if you're only using 1 out of the 9? Tesla shenanigans. Tesla, a lot of back and forth on Tesla. A couple of scalps there on Tesla. If you took that break, where did you take it to, guys? You got this level up here. So if you have the SAT key level indicator, okay, soft target right there. Soft target right here. So with Tesla's a mover. All right, don't discount that close to $1.50 move. If you want to take it with those runners into PMH, that's close to $2.60. Nvidia might be the MVP. So when everyone was looking to go long, we took Nvidia to the downside right here. Okay, took it for a scalp. Nvidia eventually started to collapse to the downside, and now Nvidia is catching a bid in this territory. Okay, this territory represents that 200 psychological level. Okay, on top of that, it's 200 psychological levels in this territory. All right, it's actually 200 psychological level here, and then we have some EMAs. We have the 200 EMA on the hourly, and then we have the 50 EMA on the hourly as well. Okay, that's where we're catching the bid from. If it can come back here, there might be a double dip opportunity. That coincides closely with VWAP. See if that can come into the play. Okay, let's see if that can come into play. All right, so first shift is in the books, guys. Regularly scheduled programming. Second shift, chop, chop, chop. So we got our work done. I trade before my home daycare opens, and I trade at home. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Anyone else? Small business owners, entrepreneurs that are taking up trading, lawn work, that's good as well. I work at Tesla and trade 2 times a week. Nice, nice. So you work, so Tesla pays you, and then now you can trade Tesla as well. So ultimate leverage. So you collect checks from Tesla, and now all you got to do is trade Tesla. And then you probably get stock options as well at a 15-20% discount, possibly with your payment package. So long term in Tesla as well. So trifecta. Trifecta on Tesla. Baseball coach, nice, nice, nice. What level? High school, college. Middle school, little league. So I coach basketball. I started coaching basketball this year. It's fun. I know shenanigan candles, wicks like, and I said, what's the market and other people? What's gonna happen? Yeah, when it starts doing that, shenanigans dance, sometimes there's a move behind it. Sometimes it's just complete randomness. Just a large order hitting the tape. Man, look at the slowdown on the candles, guys. I want you to pay attention to these candles. Look how slow. I talk about velocity. All right, velocity. We have volatility. We have volume. All right, velocity is something that you can only capture when you watch these candles a lot, and you can feel how they're moving. There's no follow through. There's no clean movement behind them because it's low volume. Basically, volume and volatility, okay, kind of and ATR kind of factor into the velocity. Middle school, high school, awesome. I'm not sure if Kevin is in the chat. If he's joining us today, I know he coaches soccer. He used to be a pro player. How you enjoying the World Cup? Kevin, we got a good game today. France versus Morocco. If you guys have Webull, you see how Webull sends you those. I'm getting countless emails from Webull to try to engage in the prediction markets. All right. I got to be honest, it's very tempting. Right, it's very tempting, but I don't want to go down that road. All right. Because I don't have a real edge outside of just guessing. I've been getting emails from Webull about predicting France and Morocco. That's the world we live in, guys. Who's left? Okay, we got France, we got Morocco, Spain, Belgium, Norway, Argentina. Okay. So nothing much here. Tesla, nice break on Tesla. Kind of just back in the range. Meta, trying to make another push to the upside. Apple, small scalp on Apple available. Eventually got stopped out. So it looks like the big winner is NVIDIA. I trade and watch. I try to work from home too. That's the best setup, I think, especially for trading. You work from home. And you have your trading set up there as well. The best approach is treat trading like work, all right? Treat trading like work. If you can treat it like work, then again, it will help you take it more seriously rather than having that gambling mindset. Treat it like a business. All right, give it some respect. Show up like you would at your dream job. That matters. Okay, so think of it like, okay, if I were to get hired by my dream company, whatever it is, whatever your desire is. Hey, say if my ambition was to work for Google, to be a Google engineer, right? And I get the job. Am I going to show up to trade Google? Am I going to show up to Google wearing pajamas? Or am I going to be prepared because there's an opportunity waiting for me every day? Right? Am I going to be looking forward to the opportunity to go to work? Same thing. So treat trading with respect. Okay, you have to respect the space. You have to respect the craft. And the small things do matter. Because those small things can reinforce good habits. If you treat it with respect, if you show up a little bit earlier, right? If you treat it like a profession, if you treat it like a business, the likelihood of you being reckless significantly reduces. The likelihood of you treating it like just gambling significantly reduces. Okay, so just those small things, guys, those small things matter. Especially if you're looking to do this for a long period of time. Nvidia falling off a cliff. Nvidia starting to recover at the 200 EMA, 200 and that 50. Nvidia, we can take some chart requests, guys. There's nothing that I see that's clean. Okay, so Nvidia, potential retrace reject in this territory. Okay. So catch a nice little bid there. Pause potential inverse head and shoulder type formation off that 200 EMA and that 50 EMA along with that 200 cycle level. We dip below it. Buyers step in, take it back above it, reclaim that weekly downside breaker. So the major area will be here. So I'm looking to short Nvidia. I'll probably wait for it to get into this territory and see what happens. Okay, if I decide to take this short, okay, risk is up here. What is the target? If you're scalping it, you start to see some appreciation, you scalp out. Target will be here, that weekly downside breaker. Okay, so potential trade brewing on Nvidia. Yeah, I think France will take it as well, Lynn. I think they're the most complete team. But I don't mind seeing an upset. I don't mind seeing some upsets. That would mean Morocco beat France. That would mean Switzerland beat England. Norway beat... No, that's the wrong bracket. So that would mean, let me see. So that would mean Morocco beat France. Belgium beat Spain. That's not really, that's a pretty close game. Norway beat England. And Switzerland beat Argentina. Norway, Morocco World Cup. That'll be the upset. Switzerland, Morocco. To the finals. I took an entire week off work, 20 to 24, to finish out the course. Absolutely. During that time, make sure you're in the live streams. Make sure you're asking questions. Joshua, love the commitment. All right, so engage in the chat. I'm not if you're in the Discord chat, ask questions, interact. All right, so utilize all the resources that we do have available. Okay, we're just back at VWAP, back at Daily Open. Back at VWAP, back at Daily Open. And where are we? Okay. When in doubt, zoom out. Okay, sometimes when the price is just kind of not doing anything and you're tempted to take a trade, before you do that, just zoom out. Okay, before you click any buttons, the one button you want to click is just this button right here, and see where we are in the higher time frames, intraday higher time frames. You can see, okay, we're basically trading in this territory here, between this test zone. So a lot of buyers do protect this test zone, okay, the top of that test zone, and slightly under this rejection zone. So based on that information, you want to start to map out some of your trades. So if you start to go to the 1, you can see this is where we are. So this test zone has been acting as support at the top of that test zone, and the true resistance starts up here, but intraday we're seeing some resistance up here. Okay, so what does that translate to? That translates to the same thing we're seeing. Let me go back to the hourly on the chart here. Okay, so this is basically the middle. This is basically support. This is resistance until proven otherwise. And this is basically the midpoint. So as of now, this is the way we're moving. Okay, in the middle, it's a riddle. See the importance of capitalizing during first, guys. First shift, scalping out, seeing profit, taking profit to avoid the second shift chop. Okay, so if things remain the same, the type of setups you want to see here are as follows. Rejection up here. Okay. Bounce here. That's a test zone. It can go either way. Or retrace reject. If everything stays the same. And bounce here. Okay, those are the ideas. So you want to save all your computing power for these 3 areas. If things stay the same. In the case where we start to expand, okay, you want to see us break this resistance. All the indexes be on the same page. Okay, let me fix this real quick. All the indexes on the same page. We get this break. If you're waiting for the break, so that means we're going to do something we haven't done before. We're going to expand. We're going to turn this resistance into support. Okay, we're going to turn this support into resistance. So this has not taken place yet. This has not taken place yet. So, but these are, if everything stays the same, if the price action remains the same, these are the likely areas if you were to take a trade to plan your trade around. Because at some point in time, it will probably break out or it will probably break down. We just don't know which one. Okay. Okay, nice break at that level. So in this case, shockwave would be basically scalps. Okay, from here to there. As we're starting to push here, let's see what the indexes are doing. Q's trying to reclaim VWAP. Small caps leading the way, making higher highs. Okay, the Dow. Okay, V-shaped recovery on the Dow. V-shaped recovery on the Dow. No issues from Google today, so No issues from Google Meets today. NVIDIA coming into play. See if NVIDIA can push one more time at that territory. Okay, SPY, Shockwave. Use these areas as targets. See if we can go a little deeper into that area. VIX headed towards that 16. It's at 1637. Is this it? Is this it? If you allocate a risk on NVIDIA, manage accordingly. So you get one more little push on NVIDIA, or would be favorable for NVIDIA SPY to smack off that resistance. Yeah, long-term NVIDIA, yeah, phenomenal. Yeah, 5 years, 5-year horizon, minimum. NVIDIA is a monster. All right. You can't go wrong with NVIDIA with a 5-year hold. Minimum. You'll at least beat inflation. Okay. Worst case scenario. Moderate scenario, you beat the market. Ideal scenario, you run laps around the market. See if NVIDIA can start to push, get a little closer to VWAP. If you took Shockwave here, okay, you can scalp it. Slow grind the upside, getting close to that resistance. If you want to have runners, babysit runners, you can move your stop to that weekly open. Okay, but you can start taking some profits, about 44-cent appreciation. We're coming to some overhead resistance. Back at that weekly open. So far, we're as flat as can be on the week. It's a tie game. Very close game. Very close. Nail-biting game. Very close nail-biting game. Who's done for the day, guys? We're going to do this poll here shortly. Yesterday, we had 90% of you guys green. Okay, so I'm assuming that a majority of the team is green so far in the week, or very close to green. Okay, so start playing defense now. The last thing you want to do, okay, is give back your hard-earned profits tomorrow. All right. The objective now becomes securing the week. Okay. So tremendous job, team. Yesterday, that's an exceptional performance by the team. Yeah, 90% guys. 90% of you guys were green. So it's safe to assume that a lot of you are green on the week and very close to green on the week or break even that territory. But regardless of where you are, even if you're slightly red, okay, it's ramp down Friday. All right. Ramp down Friday. Look to close out the week as strong as possible. Okay, size down. The protocol is size down. Do less and sail into the weekend. Okay, if it means you don't have to take any trades, you can shut it down today. Apple trying to push into a possible reclaim. Probably needs that break of this major resistance. Let's see if SPY can start to fuel up. Qs are starting to go. SPY and small caps leading the way. All right, we're giving this resistance a run for its money. Do we finally start to expand? We're not in the clear yet. Is this it? Put in the chat. Put it in the chat. Is this it? Is this the territory that we start to expand from? Or is this just another drop? Back to the downside, resistance being resistance. NVIDIA's headed towards VWAP. See if you can push into VWAP, reject off VWAP, and then SPY can collapse back off this resistance. That'll be a nice short opportunity on NVIDIA. Okay, SPY is starting to go. Okay, there we go. Buyers are coming in. Buyers are coming in. Buyers are coming in. See if they can keep up the pace. Scale it if you took that shockwave. Okay, now they need to keep it above. Okay. They're trying. So we have participation from the Qs. Qs are not all-time highs, daily highs yet. Small caps are at the highs of the day. SPY highs of the day. Okay, they have a chance. Can they hold it above? It's testing now. Can they hold it above? Can they hold it above? We got the break. Can we get the hold? Can we get that hold? No horse in the race, just a mere observer. Meta, nice push on Meta. TP2 hit. Anyone take that to the upside? Anyone take shockwave here? All right, if you scalped it, you win. If you decided to hold it to try to get that break, you got to scale out. If you didn't take it, you're done for the day. You saw it play out. Green on SPY and Tesla. Good. This 15 has about 6 minutes left. In this case, we need support from the Qs, guys. If the Qs can get above that 721.39, 721.40, okay, that gives SPY the lift it needs to start to go. Okay, NVIDIA starting to push the VWAP. See, NVIDIA's test is legit. NVIDIA starts to reject. Falls back under, put some pressure on that trend line support. I can be interested in NVIDIA to the downside. I want to see the Qs fail at that weekly 50% retrace. And I'll look to take NVIDIA. Okay, for the last trade of the day. If you're done, be done, but I want that breakdown and I want the Qs to reject off that weekly 50% retrace. Qs are starting to come into play. At 200 on NVIDIA. Okay, what a reclaim on NVIDIA. Huh? NVIDIA is marching forward. So there might not be a breakdown there. At 200 reclaim. Has some fuel behind it. Possible early entry. We start to show some weakness here and fade on NVIDIA 201.65. Now NVIDIA starting to grind higher here. 201.90. SPY holding above that level. See if NVIDIA can start to slow down, at least crack back below VWAP. NVIDIA. Okay, SPY starting to get a nice little push lower. The put trigger for NVIDIA is 201.55. See if we can continue to push. We did grab first shift highs here. Qs, you can see Qs fell short of testing that 50% retrace. Qs fell short. So 201.55. If SPY starts to head back towards that weekly open, SPY trigger, NVIDIA triggered 201.55. Is that 50-50? Let me see if that's 50-50 on NVIDIA. Yep, 50-50 as well. 50-50 VWAP. That hourly still bullish here. On SPY, still keeping enforcement. See if you can fail to keep enforcement. You can stay above that initial breaker. Okay, see if you can start to break there. So NVIDIA comes into play. I'll entertain NVIDIA for the last trade, for the lotto, for the day. So no pressure to take it. If you guys are done, be done. But let's see if we can fire off one more trade. Okay, if it comes into play, we need support from SPY. So SPY head towards that weekly open, QQQ. Stay away from that weekly 50% retrace. Okay, NVIDIA starting to go. Risk will be conservative per usual. And the cool thing is VWAP will be there as well. So VWAP will be baked into the risk. So I get that break. Okay, I'm trying to find an entry here on NVIDIA. Starting to break. See if we can just recoil just a little bit. If you took it there, manage accordingly. See if we can get your wick just a little bit. Give one little wick, one little wick, one little wick. Starting to go. It's one little bounce. If you're in NVIDIA already, if you got that entry, manage accordingly. Try to get that one little bounce so I can get that entry as close as possible to that 201.55. That makes a difference, guys. These are zeros. So if you're in the NVIDIA puts, manage accordingly. What can really help now is if SPY starts to pull back. All right, so far NVIDIA is down about 20, 30 cents. See if NVIDIA can come back and just give it a tap. No entry yet. SPY is starting to push. Qs are starting to push as well. SPY retest continues to push. Look at that push on SPY. So it breaks, it retests, it continues to push. NVIDIA just push a little bit. Okay, I'll take the puts right there on NVIDIA. Trying to get filled at 128. Couldn't get filled. Okay, filled there. All right, so average fill 128. So I'm in NVIDIA puts. Stop, conservative. If you want to be more conservative, if you want to have a tighter stop, you can use VWAP. Okay, this would be the lottos for the day. So double dip on NVIDIA. Okay, NVIDIA is working nicely. If you need a TP, TP. There goes NVIDIA. There goes NVIDIA. There goes NVIDIA. TP if you need to. Okay, you can be up anywhere from 8 to 10%. Okay. I'll take my double-digit tax. I'll take a majority off right there. At 10%. Fill that 12 down to runners. There we go, team. There we go, team. So runners, I want to see runners continue to push lower. I'm going to jump to the 5-minute time frame. See if I can just babysit on the 5. Okay, so runners, see if the runners can start to go. No close back above here. All right, so one trade for the road. Okay. All right, so quick scalp on NVIDIA. At least I want this not to go negative with the runners, okay? So I want it to not go negative. See if we can stay below that 9 EMA on the 5. Okay. So I already extracted a majority. See if we can at least not go negative. That'll be the buffer for the runners. All right, so very quick. Here for a good time, not a long time. All right. No long-term commitments for me. All right. So that's 4 trades, guys. 3 of the 4 worked in our favor, and all 4 came from 2 tickers. If SPY can start to slide, that should favor NVIDIA. My final target, if it starts working in my favor on NVIDIA, is 200.63. That weekly downside breaker. See if the runners can go. Trying to give it a little room here. So basically, stop at break even. I do like that TP though. I like that TP. The next few seconds here, the closer we close below the closer we close to the lows on that 5, the shorter path we have to continue. If it goes doji or hammer, we can possibly try to see some buyers mount to push back the VWAP. If that does take place, I will not be there. That will violate my break-even stop. Okay, so this next 11 seconds is critical. Okay, see you get a close below that 5-minute 9 EMA. Okay, get it as close as possible to that, and then start to push. Okay, so somewhat of a doji here. Okay, I'll close the video right there at about 2%, 1.2% break even on the runners. All right, so quick scalp, double-digit appreciation. Didn't want to sit any back and forth. Gave it a chance. Gave it one chance to see if we can push the downside. Okay, without having too much exposure to too much risk, and then it's starting to hold there. If your risk is VWAP, whatever your risk is, you can manage accordingly. If you took profits, if you scalped it, do what you need to do. So that was a lotto. Okay, that was a lotto for the day. All right, so all 4 trades came from 2 tickers. So SPY. And all of them came from double dips. I'm actually on SPY right now. So SPY, we took it here, stopped out. We took it again, worked out in our favor. NVIDIA. So the double dip on NVIDIA worked out nice. Okay, both times. SPY, the second one worked out. So we took NVIDIA here to the downside, quick scalp, same thing. This one, downside, quick scalp, same thing. All right, but this one was a little more of a larger move to the downside. Okay, so just 2 tickers today. And on that note, we'll be done. Apple is going. Apple is going, guys. Apple is going. These are some old levels. Apple is a goner. Apple had TP2, went to TP1 already. Apple, if it continues to push, if it can stay above that key level there, possibly a daily upside breaker, prior day's highs. Fred, it depends. What ticker? Okay, depends on what ticker we're trading. It can vary. NVIDIA has been good for a long time. Long-term investors, yep. So just this week has just been scalps, all right? Scalp. SPY holding that territory, starting to fly here. SPY starting to fly. But we need the cues to join the party, okay, above that 721.39. All right, so that'll be all the trades for today, guys. So 4 trades. And you took Apple. Firefly, if you took Apple, good. All right, let's do the end of stream poll. Okay, green, red, break even or no trades. All right, so let us know, guys. Let us know how you did. Start off 0-1, right? 0-1, and then we take the last 3 trades that work in our favor. Sometimes it's not about how you start, it's about how you finish. We would all love a good start, but it's all about how you finish. Okay, folks on YouTube, make sure to like the video. Let us know if you have any questions. If not, we'll look to wrap it up here shortly. If you're a first-time viewer, make sure to subscribe. We'll go over ways to join our community. And then make sure to join us tomorrow for Free Trade Friday. Ramp down Friday for our members and close the week out as strong as possible. So we'll run the stream until 12 o'clock for our strikers. 11:30, we'll cut it off on YouTube. Okay. So nice break, hold, retest. All right, so tomorrow is Friday, guys. Again, Friday protocols will be in place. Who's closing in on their first green week? Okay, let us know, guys. We want to congratulate you. If you're a team member, all right, that's a huge, huge accomplishment. If you can get your first green week, all right, it's going to start to click. It's going to start to click, all right? Okay, it's not too difficult to have a green day, but a green week, okay, that's a huge, huge victory, guys. Down for the day, right? Week, green day. Good, good, good. Getting stopped out. That's fine as well, guys. If you're red, don't be discouraged if it's part of your stops. All right. Sometimes I know it can get frustrating. Maybe it's moving so fast you don't get a chance to TP. But if you're respecting your risk, you're doing the right thing, and you're not getting the desired outcome, right? Keep doing the right thing. The probabilities will eventually start to work in your favor. The action will start to get a little cleaner, and your system will lead you. All right, so don't let the conditions make you change the way you trade. You can make slight adjustments in the way you trade, but don't let it just overhaul your entire system and try to adopt something else. All right, so thank you for sharing, John G. Anyone else? Anyone else? Anyone else, guys? CRWV. So let's take a look at CRWV. We'll take a look at CRWV on the higher time frame intraday chart. CRWV, core weave. Okay, let's take a look at it. So we'll do top-down analysis for intraday. We start at the 12. So far, CRWV on the 12. Nice bounce off of this support. Okay. It's in the bearish channel, bouncing off support. First touch, second touch, third touch, fourth touch. So as it continues to bounce, okay, the question becomes, can it hold above that weekly 50% retrace? All right, if you're looking for an idea on CRWV, you want to see that hold and see if it has enough room to at least get to that weekly upside breaker. And that EMA is up here. If you're thinking bigger picture, all right, if you're waiting for this channel to break, okay, the break point of this channel is all the way up here. If you're looking for a bounce off support, it's already taken place. If you're looking for continuation, the continuation is going to be associated with how we interact with this zone. Okay. And if we can do that, if we can hold that zone, then we have room. I have some room into this area here prior to getting all the way up there. Okay, so those are my thoughts on CRWV. All right, from an intraday perspective. So it just depends what you're looking for. It depends what you're looking to trade, time horizon of your trade. But that's a technical breakdown of CRWV. Any other tickers? All right, so by no means has this been easy, guys. So in this case today, Shockwave gives you 2 scalps here. Okay, and finally one trade that goes to TP1. So even if you get stopped out here looking for TP1, if you catch this at TP1, if you're a trader type 2 profile, you'll be at break even despite those 2 losses. But if you're a trader 1 type of profile, you can scalp here, scalp there. You probably get stopped out the first trade. There wasn't any room to take any profits and be green. So technically, if you followed shockwave, small red, break even, or green. All right, you always want those to be the scenarios, all right? You want it to be small red, okay, break even, small green, big green. All right, so those are the desired, those are the outcomes you can live with. Okay, small red, break even, green, and really green. Right, big green. You do not want it, you want to eliminate this big red. Okay, you gotta eliminate this big red. If you're gonna eliminate this big red, okay, now you're just existing here. What is big red? Big red is a loss beyond your defined risk. That's what a big red is. A loss beyond your defined risk. Okay. So that's how you wanna approach it. Okay, NVIDIA, potential triple dip. So the big task for new traders is to remove this. Remove this from the equation, because if you have all 5 of these variables or 5 of these outcomes, okay, no matter how many trades you catch here, big red, it goes here. So it really comes down to this. These two level out. These two counter each other. If you're a good trader, sometimes they don't counter each other because you're not getting big wins. So now it comes down to this. Massive gains, massive losses, okay, they counterbalance, okay, if you have both still there. If you remove this or reduce this, then you can start to see appreciation on your massive gains. But still, those massive gains are not going to make up the majority of profits. What's going to make up the majority of profits is these 3. 1, how do you manage risk when you're wrong? And what do you do in the face of being wrong? What do you do in the face of frustration? B, same thing with break even. C, how well and proficient are you at taking profits when you're right? Okay, this is the heart. This is your task. Mastering this. Okay? And ensuring that the big red, okay, you're trying to eliminate a good chunk of that. Because from time to time, you'll catch the big green. So now, if you're catching big green from time to time, okay, so you get those big green trades anywhere from 1 to 3 big green trades on the month. All right? Your path to being green on the month, right, it's not too difficult. You can either be break even or green on the month or small red without even having a blowout month. So you're basically landing at break even, okay, in worst case scenario. If that makes sense. So step 1, reduce the large losses you're taking immediately. Put a protocol in place, make it law. Okay, make it one of your trading commandments. One thing, if you violate, you must take off trading for 1 week. To that extent. If you break that rule, for 1 week, you're not allowed to trade. It has to be that urgent. It has to be that serious. There has to be consequences. Because if you don't have that rule, the consequences are going to be you're going to blow your account. Once that's in check, you exist here, guys. This is it. If you have a positive win rate above 50%, okay, most of you should have a win rate of at least 55%. Okay, and you're managing these three categories well, not even exceptional. By the end of the month, you should be green. Or very close to green. If your win rate ticks up to 60%, 65%, 70%, by the end of the month, you'll be very green if you follow this framework. But it doesn't matter what your win rate is. It doesn't matter how monster of a trade you take if this variable still exists. Because this will swallow everything. Okay, we all been there. We have exceptional win rate. We have 5, 6, 7, 8 green days. Okay, out of the 20 days in the month, we win 15. But that one day wiped out everything. This is the big red. All right, so you're in sequence. You must address this first. Once you get past that, or you have this in check, then your focus automatically shifts to these three categories. Okay? Don't even focus on the big green. That's not your business right now. That's the last step. Step 1, focus here. Step 2, focus here. Step 3, okay, last step. When you're good at these, then you're going to start to open yourself up to potentially putting yourself in position to win. Runner management. Now, that's a different equation. Okay, at first, you're just getting proficient in cutting your trades and taking profit and dealing with the emotions in these three categories. Okay, so if you can understand that, guys, and put it into practice, all right, that'll give you a great chance to succeed. That's all you need. We just need an opportunity. We just need a window. Okay, we just need an entrance, and this is it. There's no guarantees in this game, but if you can give yourself a best chance to stack the odds in your favor, you have to take that chance, and it starts by following this framework. Okay? NVIDIA triple dip to the downside. The question becomes, which one of these candles sends NVIDIA to the downside, push that to that 263 territory, 200.63 territory. All right, each of these swings to the downside, they're garnering 10-15% appreciation. You're going to scalp it, by all means. All right, but one of them eventually possibly can lead it to us to this downside there. Okay, nice catch, Joshua. So get proficient in those categories, guys. All right, on that note, we'll look to wrap it up here on YouTube, guys. Thank you for tuning in as always. Make sure to like the video. Make sure to subscribe if you haven't already. If you're looking to join our community, okay, and put yourself in position. Okay, give yourself the opportunity to learn and be in an environment that cultivates the winning culture, process-driven environment. Make sure to go to smartactiontrade.com, okay, and go to the community tab. Everyone on YouTube should be in the free tier Discord. They have access to that 24/7 stock market newsfeed, right? But if you're looking to level up, delay-free, ad-free stream, pre-market prep stream, get access to the course material, get access to all the stuff in the Discord. Okay, make sure to sign up for the monthly. If you're looking to take advantage of the yearly, it comes with a coaching call. It comes with 4 months of free access. So you pay for 8 months, you get 12 months of access. You get access to the you get a boot camp ticket. Okay, and everything in the monthly is included there as well. So this is the best bang for your buck. If you want to get any of the indicators, so this indicator here, the one that puts you in position to capitalize off this, right? It's no surprise. You see it take place. All right, it's available for you to purchase under the indicator tab. Lifetime simply means you have access to it for a lifetime. Yearly means you have access to it for 12 months. Quarterly means you have access to it for 3 months. There's no auto renew. All right, open range framework. It brings the setups to you every single day. Right, it really supports and supplements your trading. All right, it really supplements the things you're doing already. If you're looking for courses are available. If you're looking for coaching, one-on-one coaching, take advantage of that as well. So I get the privilege to work with a lot of people in our community, a lot of people that have not joined the community yet, and we get a lot of things done in these sessions. Okay, review your trades, your charts, any mistakes. If you need support on setting up your charts, improve your entries, exits, execution, I'll give you a plan on how to do that. Platform setup, technical crash course, psychology, whatever it is. That one-on-one personalized training is going to be dictated based on what you want to do. All right. So during that time, I'm here to serve you on a one-on-one environment, in a private environment. All right. And it's judgment-free zone. All right. A lot of people share all the different things. Right. And everything you do tell me stays between me and you. All right. So it's an honor for you to even share those things, and it's kept in house. All right. So a lot of people that do sign up for the coaching call, if you're interested for the best bang for your buck, starter pack is the best way to go. Reason why I say that, you have 12 months access to the community, Shockwave 1.0, 2.0. You have a coaching call as well. All that for $9.97. Okay. So all that is available to you at smartactiontrain.com. Smartactiontrain.com. It's all available. I'll drop the link, and we'll see you guys tomorrow for Free Trade Friday. Make sure to come in early, guys. Make sure to join the free tier Discord. Free Trade Friday. I will share the link to the delay-free ad-free stream. All right. On that note, thank you for tuning in as always. The link is down below. All things are available there. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Stay safe. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. Make sure to like the video on your way out. And God bless each one of you.